Oh, is that the stream?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Sweet. It's a little bit of a delay, but I think that's fine. Yeah.
You don't have the master schedule, do you?
Actually, on my phone. Let's see. Amy sent it to me in an email. I do. Do you want to see anything, or do you need to know anything?
Sorry, I'm distressed.
Yeah. No worries.
Yeah, I just want to know what time people are going to actually start arriving.
2:30.
2:30.
Mm-hmm.
What time is it now?
2:27.
Oh, I better pee.
I know. I have to run back to the house for something real quick. So I feel like
I got to start playing. It's fine. Everything hat or no hat? Hat?
yeah.
I was like, I wasn't sure if we were doing a head covering or not. So I brought non-denominational head covering.
Yeah. I'm gonna run back to the house real quick.
Yeah.
For 2 seconds. Can you just? I'm already streaming. So can you just make sure that nobody touches the computer? Thank you.
Sandra was just saying that Chris will be here at 2:38. That's unfortunate. This was my music speaking so people can talk to you you see some things. I feel, yeah. Students thing. I can students think I can tell it. So just all the content it's huge. So it's going to be outside just this is. There's a territory that needs to stay there. It's like because it's so I believe Franny, me, as like 6, Farmhouse, yeah, no, this is the stadium. There's probably like the only thing is, do you want to play during yeah, exactly. So I'm gonna when I'm walking out, there is a space and then pretty close up top where you can play. So you can yeah, play like this. It's hard, but it's hard. Just don't have enough. Well, let's expand that to what it is. Yeah, so the solo section, it's 2 verses. So, yeah, and I'll hit a big C chord and I'll do that, and then boom. Definitely talk to Sandra, because I didn't know how you would play. We worked on it. She's got a call during and you guys thought, oh, you know what? I think she decided that you guys are going to stand up. She doesn't like it. She means this. Oh. Yeah. It actually looks like they're. So if the spirit comes in, I think you can also but it's only like you do 2 verses. Yeah, exactly. And then like 2 verses. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, so you do it exactly no matter what I do, you can play it. I can play everything else maybe. Yeah, okay, great. Sounds yeah, no, that makes sense. I just want to try to go there and try to like unlock it and to bring it down. So I think it's awesome.
Oh, yeah, that's probably a good call.
Just like, I don't want to buy for the next album. Right now, you're going to have a table in the bedroom. Yeah, you know, I took tissues out. So I can still be okay.
Better than the towel. Better than the towel. Checking the delay.
No, just the focus.
Oh. Yeah. You don't have to worry about DJing. You have no responsibilities besides the mixer and time.
we're all here. Are you ready? Turn off your cell phones if you haven't. But you probably don't listen anyways.
It's nice to hear your voice again. I waited all day long and wrote a song for you. Strange the way you make me feel. Just a word or two. I'd like to do the same for you. It's nice to hear you say hello. How are things with you? I love you. Pretty soon it's time to go. An office job to do. You're writing songs for you. Strange how a phone call can change your day. Take you away, away from the feeling of being alone. Bless the telephone. I like to hear you say my name. Not very fast or slow, just soft and low the same. When you tell me how you feel, I feel the same way too. Very much in love with you. Strange how a phone call can change your day. Take you away, away from the feeling of being alone. Bless the telephone.
What a blessing it is in the universe. Shechianu, being alive, Vikianu and being present, Vikianu and arriving, Lazman Hazeh, to this exact moment. Welcome, everyone. The blessing I just sang is called the Shechianu, and it's specifically for moments like this, for firsts. I can say with certain confidence that this exact group and never here in this space, Mount Trevor Arts Center, right? Okay. So this temporary community joined in our celebration and our love for Aliya and for Eric, and in our delight in their entering into this radical partnership. Woohoo! Radical partnership. Folks, this is ritual. This is why the ritual of a wedding, to celebrate, to mark time, to declare publicly here in this place, at this time, these two remarkable humans and their two extended families and their vast network of friends and collective cultural heritage come together in some way as one. Well, thank you, Aliya and Eric, for bringing us together, for doing it with such mindfulness and attention to detail, and for offering all of us the opportunity to tap into the strength and power of your love and commitment to each other. So we gather under this gorgeous chuppah, this canopy designed by Eric's parents, Janet and John Peterson, The 4 posts connected by the fabric of the tallis or the talith, the Jewish prayer shawl, you can see it up here, belonging to Aliya's father, Jeff Bonner. The chuppah symbolizes the home that these two have already begun to build together. It's a beautiful but simple structure, solid, relatively solid, but impermanent. It's a reminder that we make our home where life takes us, that the security of a household is reliant on the people who support it as it is on the structure itself. So I want the two of you to look around at the rows and rows of people who love you, who are here to support you today, and who will be there to support you many moons from this day. So to help you see really who's here, this is a participatory wedding, so I'm going to ask some folks to stand as you are able, and when you stand up, maybe like everybody can just like make a little noise for the couple, okay? So if you are a member of Eric's family, can you get up? Can we see you? Just honor you because you made it here today. Yeah. Thank you. Okay. Thank you so much. And if you're a member of Aliya's family, can you get up? Let's see. Look at all these people. Okay. So now this one we're going to build. We're going to do a slow build and then we'll clap at the end. So first up, let's say you happen to have traveled like halfway around the world from China. If you did, you deserve your own stand. Please stand up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you journeyed from more than two time zones away, right? That's like the whatever central and then mountain or Pacific, like you can get up too, because that's far away. Get up. Yeah. Amazing. Okay, and because my heart is in Brooklyn, if you came from Brooklyn or another borough, you get to, because I know it's hard to get here. Like that's real. So you get to get up. Okay. That's true. Buses and trains. Okay, and if you have been married or partnered for 25 years or more, it's okay if you haven't been, but if you have, I feel like I want you to stand up too. So just like, these are just like, okay. And I want to just give a special shout out to Bubby, who came all the way from California, so she gets her own cheer. Look, among the witnesses we have here, the riches of wisdom and dedication and peer support. And the truth is that even beyond Mount Temper, there are those who are with us from afar, who wish they could be here. We know that we wish they were here too. So your Zadie, Merle Bonner, and your Nana, Arlene Lanes. We're thinking of them today. And we know that when you watch this video, where I don't know where the camera is.
Eric,
yeah, we know that you're thinking. Yeah. We're missing you. We know that you're thinking of all of us here. We're all together in spirit today. And we take stock of those who are here and those who we wish could be here and we know wish they could be here. We also call into this sacred space the spirits and memories of everyone who helped to bring us to this day. So we're here in gratitude. We stand in gratitude for the ancestors of recent and ancient past, whose choices and circumstances contributed in some way to the creation of this moment. And we're especially thinking of Aliya's grandpa, Mike Lanes, the pain of whose passing is still really fresh. May his memory be a blessing. Zichrono livracha. Zichrono livracha, Zichrono livracha. We are blessed remembering you. So laughter and crying are pretty interconnected. They're two sides of the same coin. And many here are also holding incredible joy and deep sorrow. This is the complexity of life. Someone said it at the tuba signing. Maybe it was you, Omar. Like, this is life. This is it. All the things. So I invite everybody to take a deep breath together. My gosh, I love taking deep breaths with large groups of people. That's amazing. All right, now I'm going to invite Jeff to share some words.
Here's a powerful context for all the things that we love, resist, despair of, traverse, navigate, and grow with. For you too. You do not have to be good. You do not have to be good. You do not have to walk on your knees for 100 miles through the desert repenting. You only have to let the soft animal of your body love what it loves. Tell me about despair, yours, and I will tell you mine. Meanwhile, the world goes on. Meanwhile, the sun and the clear pebbles of the rain are moving across the landscape. Over the prairies and the deep trees, the mountains and the rivers. Meanwhile, the wild geese, bright in the clean blue air, are heading home again. Whoever you are, no matter how lonely, the world offers itself to your imagination, calls to you like the wild geese, harsh and exciting, over and over, announcing your place in the family of things, over and over, announcing your place in the family of things.
Thank you. So blessings come in all forms. I would say Mary Oliver's Wild Geese is definitely some cultures and religion. 7 is like a magic number. Really appearing over and over again. 7 days of the week, 7 colors in the rainbow. 7 represents wholeness and completion. It said there are 6 directions, north, south, east, west, up and down, but 7 is where you are in the present moment. So we're going to harness the magic of 7. Jewish tradition offers these 7 blessings, the Sheva Brachot, for the couple. And inspired by these rabbinic blessings, Aliya and Eric composed 7 interpretations of each blessing. So we're going to invite friends to share them in the English, and I'm going to offer the Hebrew. I'm going to let you know, in case for those of you who are familiar with the Hebrew, it's a binary gendered language, like Romance languages. And in nearly all blessings and prayers, the language for the divine is gendered male. But today, in honor of this radical partnership, we're invoking the divine feminine. So if you're like, what is she saying? That's what I'm saying, the divine feminine. And with most Jewish rituals, we begin the transformative power of Eno. So I'm going to invite Omar up. You can go to that one. I think it'll be easier to get to. The first one.
We acknowledge the universe for the opportunity to express joy and freedom with this wine.
Omar, you're for this. That's it. Thank you. We invite Maureen Crittenden for the second blessing.
We acknowledge the universe for the opportunity to marvel at the world around us, interconnected and complex, a miraculous creation.
Zandra, I invite you up for the third blessing.
We acknowledge the universe for the opportunity to be human, humble, and full of missteps.
רוחת שכינה אלוהינו רוח העולם יוצרת האדם. Christopher McCarty.
We acknowledge the universe for the opportunity to be human, extraordinary, and striving towards the divine.
רוחת שכינה אלוהינו רוח העולם אשר יצרה את האדם בצמא בצלם דמות תבניתה והתקינה לו מובן ממנו בניין הדיין. רוחת שכינה יוצרת האדם. Staff Harlan.
We acknowledge the universe for the opportunity to be known, understood, and supported through meaningful relationships.
סוס תסיס ותגל ההכרה בקיבוץ פניה לתוכה בשמחה. רוחת שכינה מצמח ציון בבניה. Laura Goosh.
We acknowledge the universe for the opportunity to take part and rejoice in this moment of creation as these two people commit to love and honor each other as equals for life. We call forth an abundance of love and community to envelop this partnership.
שמח תשמח לאותך ובות, כשמחך יצירך בגן עדן מקדם. רוחת שכינה משמחת, חתן לצירך ופעלה לציוריה. Gary, Jackie.
We acknowledge the universe for this opportunity to be more courageous, compassionate, and loving in partnership and community than we are as individuals. May that love reach out far beyond what you can see now to make the world more courageous, compassionate, and loving for all.
רוחת שכינה אלוהינו רוח העולם אשר ברא ששון ושמחה. חתן וכלה גילה רינה דיצה וחדווה. אהבה ויחבה ושלום ובריאות. מהרה אדוני אלוהינו יושמה ביערי יהודה ובחוצות ירושלים. כל ששון וכל שמחה, כל חתן וכל כלה, כל מצהלות חתנים בחופתם נרים משתי נגינתם. רוחת שכינה משמחת חתן וכלה. How you doing? I'm good. Okay. All right, I'm gonna tell you to get a little closer. On both hands. Okay, cool. So now that you're right here, yeah, that's what I want you to do. I want you to look eye to eye, face to face. So Jewish mystics understood the power of eye contact. They believed that the place where the gaze of two people looking at each other intersects, that like exact spot in the middle, is the essence of all that is good and full of potential. So as you look into each other's eyes, I invite you to remember, think back on your worlds just before the two of you met. She giggles. Right, so Aliya, you were like steeped in art making, community building. I also think in your own words, you said you were fed up with men and dating. And Eric, know you were working at the bike shop before grad school. You haven't yet been seriously introduced to the magical art collective world. So now I want you to see each other as you first saw each other. Now, it might not be the same moment for each of you. Eric, I'm thinking maybe it was when Aliya was standing on a table after that first Flux Thursday and telling people to wash dishes. I'm not sure. Aliya, maybe it wasn't that night. Maybe it was a little later. The cute bike jack from the neighborhood. He would just fill a slot in your Skillshare workshop that you needed to get going. So now I want you to think on that moment where you decided to reach out. So Eric, I think Aliya might have been on the floor with face paint on in the middle of a performance that you didn't know was a performance. And you decided to see if she would be into exchanging numbers. And then, yeah. And then Aliya, I think maybe this moment for you was later that night, laying on the floor of your bedroom, pulling out your phone and just being like, I'm gonna go for it. I'm just gonna text that guy, ask him on a date for Sunday. So some time passed. Maybe it was a couple months, maybe it was a couple of years. I don't know. At some point, each of you realized, had a moment of really understanding that this relationship was the real deal. This person was full of surprises, teaching you not only new skills, but actually revealing to you your own potential for growth. Now I want you to think on that moment when you realized, I think I want to spend the rest of my life with this person. I want to be embraced in some radical, loveful, make the road by walking partnership with this human. And now take a moment here, in the here and now, with each other. Dressed to the nines. You both look so dapper. Seriously. And I want you to imagine yourselves many, 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 many years from now, when you need each other in ways that you can't even really begin to understand right now. Now back, yeah, now we're back in this moment. So you might remember early on in the planning, I had asked you to share some words about each other. What I didn't tell you is that I was going to share them publicly. So what I want you to do now is I want to really invite you to practice the art of receiving praise. I'm going to read words that you each offered for each other. So this is from Eric to Aliya. I admire that Aliya holds herself to such a high standard. I adore the unfiltered joy she brings and her creativity. I'm inspired by Aliya's commitment to communication, even when it's hard and much easier not to communicate, and her commitment to healthy relationships, ours and others. I'm inspired by her willingness to self-reflect. Aliya has convinced me on more than one occasion to put my skepticism aside, to make a leap, to make a commitment. I don't think she's ever steered me wrong. I decided that Aliya is the partner I want, someone committed to working through the hard parts, helping me be my best self, and expecting me to support her in her being her best self. All the other stuff would come years down the line. I know Aliya is someone that I could work these things out with. So this is from Aliya about Eric. I love that Eric is committed to living our biggest lives in whatever way that shows up in the moment. He takes care of me in all different ways. He cooks amazing dinners. He's always been down to talk or hear about my concerns about a new situation. He always reminds me that whatever I'm doing now is enough. I admire how smart Eric is. He thinks deeply about what's going on in the world and how he fits into it. I admire how committed he is to making a difference in the world. I love how open Eric is, even when his first reaction is to be cynical and skeptical. He always hears me out and tries whatever I'm asking him to do at least once. I'm inspired by the ways that Eric builds community around him and creates new ways to connect with people. I realized that I wanted to get married because I know that this is a person I can work anything out with. And this is someone I want to build a life together with, someone who's willing to sort it out with me as partners. Okay, so I've never done this with people who basically wrote the same thing. Seriously, I don't know what that says about the other weddings. But like, it's amazing, amazing. Okay. So the two of you entered this club, each circling each other 3 times and circling each other once, our first 7 of the ceremony. So these rotations offer a reminder that like planets in orbit, we each move on our own axis, but we're always connected to each other. You've echoed that so elegantly in the creation of this whole weekend, even down to the rings, that you commissioned from your friend Joshua Dykes to design and create. 2 rings that gently curve, flow, and shift that fit together perfectly. So Aliya and Eric, with all of us here as witnesses and support, I'm going to invite you to pledge the commitments you set down in your ketubah earlier today, this contemporary interpretation of the ancient Jewish marriage contract. It's over there. You guys are wondering what a ketubah is. This is their version of one. We are all complicit in and accountable to your bold commitments to each other. Do this.
I promise to see you, listen to you, and relate to you as a powerful contribution to me, our partnership, our family, our community, and the world, no matter the circumstance.
I promise to look to you knowing that my highest self will be reflected back. I promise they will see the same when you look at me.
I promise to be your loudest cheerleader. I promise to empower you to fulfill on your commitments, reach your goals, and take risks outside of what is known and comfortable. I will resolve any conflicts that arise through communication and respect.
I promise to bring passion, creativity, and excitement to our journey. I promise to treat each day as an opportunity to discover our minds, bodies, and selves newly.
I'm committed to creating a home with you that is based in gratitude, conscious and connected to the world around us, our privileges and responsibilities. We will be the reminder to each other of the honor it is to be alive.
Aliya, repeat after me. I choose you, Eric.
I choose you, Eric.
For no reason and no goal and no outcome.
For no reason, no goal, and no outcome.
Exactly the way you are.
Exactly the way you are.
And exactly the way you are not.
Exactly the way you're not.
You are my beloved. I choose you, Aliya. For no reason and no goal and no outcome. Exactly the way you are and exactly the way you are not. You are my beloved. That knuckle's going to keep it on when you go swimming in the ocean. All right. love liberates. And to maximize love's potential and power, it demands of us bravery and courage. These rings in their unbroken wholeness are tokens of the power of your specific, radical partnership. And they represent the enduring trust and affection that you bring to one another. And with that, we come to the most famous of all Jewish wedding rituals, the iconic action of stomping on a glass. Woo-hoo! But in this more egalitarian, more equitable, double the fun version, we're stepping on 2 glasses. Okay. We're not stomping on it yet, I'm just putting them down together. All right. Okay, so the question is why? Why are we stomping on the glasses? There's a lot of interpretations of this ritual, but today I'm going to share only 2 versions, not the traditional version. So firstly, the glass is broken because even as we are filled with immeasurable joy, we cannot forget that the world, sadly, is broken in so many ways. And it's our obligation to help in its repair. So the Jewish word for this is called tikkun olam, literally repairing the world. Eric and Aliya, may you continue to hold this truth close as I know you already do. And may you understand that in joining forces, your capacity to make change is amplified. May you hold each other up and hold each other accountable. And guess what? That's not easy. In every marriage, things will be said and actions will be taken that you will wish you could reverse, but you can't. Like a broken glass, what's done is done, and yet therein lies the beauty of safely pick up the shards and carrying them with you together. Own your mistakes, learn from them, grow from them. Remember to lead with love. May the joys you share and the hard times that you will inevitably also share deepen your love and commitment to each other, creating a relationship more nuanced and more layered for these complexities. Now you can break the glass. Wait. We're going to have cocktails here. Music's going to keep going and shift and change. There's drinks in the back. There's going to be a parade outside if you want to be in the parade, and if you don't, you can. And if you are on your wooden chair, you can stack it up on this side. And just have a great time celebrating these 2 fabulous feelings. There should be I'm in love, you see. Sugar brown, you know that I love you. No, I can't help myself.